Now, using powers vested in her by Section 91 of the National Transport Act, the Gauteng MEC of Roads and Transport, Kedibone Diale-Tlabela, has suspended the operations of the Soweto Taxi Association, WATA and Nanduwe. This after a years-long dispute over routes between the two associations, resulting in numerous shootouts and deaths. The department has called upon WATA and Nanduwe to return to the negotiating table. Joining us now is the Gauteng Roads and Transport spokesperson, Lesiba Mpya. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Happy Easter to yourself and the viewers.
Thank you.
And we want to echo the sentiment of safe driving, and we hope the motorists will depart and arrive alive.
So back to the issue of the dispute over the taxi Johannesburg routes. I'm sure you would have heard the reactions of both associations. In fact, WATA accusing the MEC of bullying and abusing her rights. What is her response to this? They say she is actually in contrast to a court order that gave WATA the right to use these routes.
So the MEC would have convened a string of meetings with the two associations, including their mother body, GNTA, which is the Gauteng National Taxi Alliance, as well as Santaco. And upon realizing that there is no resolutions reached, the MEC exercised her powers that are enshrined in the Section 91 of the National Land Transport Act. So there's nothing untoward that the MEC has done. She has done to actually publish a notice of intent to actually suspend their operating licenses after a spate of violence, unrest, acts of intimidation, and acts of instability that are affecting residents, that are affecting passengers of the taxi service, including the people that are coming into the area. So what the MEC has done, and I must correct, she is going to publish a notice of intent to actually suspend those particular licenses. And this is stipulated in the Act as a process. So upon publishing that notice and gazetting it, while also consulting other planning authorities such as the city within that particular jurisdiction, she will then gazette it, and at a time of her discretion, she will then suspend those particular operating licenses.
All right, because some reports claim
in the interest of the safety.
Some reports say that she's already gazetted the suspension. You say she still intends to publish a notice to such effect. Now, in the past, WATA had challenged in court the locus standi of the minister and her powers, particularly in view of the taxi rank facilities, including the Johannesburg municipality. What was the conclusion of that? What was the judgment? As in, if the MEC is using her powers in order to be able to publish this notice, is there a legal agreement on those powers?
So yes, there is a legal agreement. It's actually promulgated as law. And it is a piece of legislation that empowers the MEC to do what she's expected to do, as a result of those unrest. So in the interest of safety of those that are around those routes, she's empowered by law. So there's no need for a third-party agreement outside of the perimeters of this particular law. I must say that firstly, the MEC will have to allow, the Act says that she must allow representations to be made by the interested parties. And this could also mean that the passengers involved, including the operators themselves. So she is publishing a notice of intent. She has not yet done it, but She's not mincing her words into doing it. We are meeting the taxi operator, the two taxi associations next week. They know what is coming. And in terms of what they're accusing the MEC, I think it's unwarranted of what WATA says. As a matter of fact, they challenged that particular matter in court and they did not win. So the department has, been given a training exercise by WATA as a matter of fact, by the conflict that has been ongoing between WATA and Nanduwe. So we have done this before. We have walked this path before. We're back here again, and we're not going to, wait until further lives are shed. We're going to take the best interest in the safety of the residents.
So if you are inviting them to come to the negotiation table, do they do so with the proviso that they recognize and they cede whatever powers they're questioning that they believe they have to the Gauteng provincial regulatory entity, which I believe is a fourth entity that it has in the past been recognized as having the ability to talk around the issues of the routes and the suspension of routes, or even taking away the routes altogether?
Yes, part of what we want to expose them to is to a further engagement with PRI, so that the objectives of the Act are met. And part of the objectives of the Act is to also bring in the issue of transformation, extensive regulatory matters. So yes, we are not going to shy away from the fact that the MEC has an open door policy, and as a result, even if we are unambiguous and unwavering in the intent that the MEC has taken, or the decision that the MEC has taken, we are not going to close the door on further engagements to see how best we take matters forward. I must say that part of what would have happened is that government itself would have played a part in actually, throwing a spanner in the works. We've picked up. There are some officials within government that have taken decisions that were not mandated by government itself. For instance, there's an instance where one route has been given to two taxi operators, and we think that is a recipe for conflict. We are pursuing these officials. We are told some of them are outside of the employ of the state now. We are going to be pursuing them criminally because we've got just reasons to believe that they have perpetuated the domino effect in terms of the lives that have already been lost.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us about that. That's the Gauteng Transport MEC's spokesperson on the notice to suspend the operating licenses of WATA and Nanduwe for those Johannesburg routes. The suspension has not occurred yet, he says.